What other people do you remember that were maybe elderly people when you were young? Do you remember any stories about them?
I remember Esther Moberg. Esther Moberg is my aunt, and so
Pray tell.
yeah, Esther, Elsie. In fact, Elsie, my aunt Elsie, is the first baby to be born in Vennersburg.
Oh.
And what was that? 1909, maybe somewhere in there. And so Esther and Elsie, of course, the Abrahamsons were our neighbors.
What do you remember about Esther and Elsie?
Oh, I mean, we gathered as family all the time.
Tell me any story about her.
Well, I remember, that's hard. I mean, it's all kind of mixed together. Her daughter, Carleen, is my age. And so we did the cousin thing all the time. But I remember their farm. They had a big chicken farm. We picked prunes over there. We didn't have a farm because Dad worked out of town. And so the Mobergs gave me my farm experience. And so Carleen and I would play together all the time at their house. But I particularly remember haying because during hay season, they still brought in their hay loops. It wasn't baled yet because they didn't have balers. And so they would have a drag behind the tractor. And Carleen and I would be the ones who helped pack the load. And then the tractor would pull over in front of the barn, and the net that was underneath would be looped together, hooked onto a big hook, be pulled way up to the second story of the barn, carried into the barn, and then somebody would pull a rope and all the loose hay would fall down into the hay loft. And then, after haying all day and hot and sweaty and tired, we would always have a sleepover in the hay. And my memory of Carleen and I were always, there seemed to be new baby kittens about that time of year. And so there would be in our sleeping bags on the hay with baby kittens in our sleeping bags with us. And so that was one of my very, very favorite memories. And I was always a little bit jealous that they got to live on a farm and we didn't have a farm. We had a big garden, we had chickens, but we didn't have a farm. Mm-hmm. And so I always thought being there was so cool. And then when prune season came in the fall, we would often get off the school bus at the Mobergs to pick prunes in the evening, in the afternoon, and gather the prunes that were brought in for processing somewhere. I don't know because the prune dryer was gone by then. So I have no idea where the prunes left once we got them into the boxes. But I remember prunes there. And Carleen was the first person I knew with a horse, so that was my first horse ride, was on Carleen's horse. And then my other neighbor up the hill from where we lived, the Abrahamsons, Alice Abrahamson, was 1 year younger than me, and she had a horse too. And so I would say my two most common playmates were Carleen Moberg, my cousin, and Alice Abrahamson, my neighbor. And I didn't go to the Abrahamsons quite as often as I went to the Mobergs, because all our family gatherings were at and we, the Moberg kids and my family are all approximately the same age, and so we were playmates. And all through high school, always. I mean, we're friends today.